You know in the Quran, the amazing story of the Queen of Sheba, who is a great woman and a great receptacle of mercy, an amazing woman. And when she's coming to Jerusalem to visit the prophet King Solomon, he wants to bring her throne to Jerusalem, right? And he's sitting in his assembly and he said, who can bring me her throne? And the Ifrit, which is a Jinn scholar. We're not Ifrits. But the Jinni who is a scholar, he's called Ifrit. You've got to be careful about Ifrits because they can cause you a lot of trouble. The Ifrit, he's powerful, right? He knows lots of secrets. He said, I can bring it to you before you get up from the session. Give me 30 minutes to an hour. Right? And then Asif, who was the great saint under Solomon, he says, I can bring it to you before the blink of an eye. And there it is. That's really important. He says, I can bring it to you. We call this mujaz mursal. We call this a certain type of metaphor. Just like you can say as a doctor, I will heal you. Can you heal anybody? You're not a doctor anyway, okay? But Allah will heal people through you. So you can say, I can cure you, I can teach you. Can I teach you anything? No. But Allah enables me to speak, and He enables you to hear, and He enables you to learn. But still, I can say, I will teach you. That's not shirk. And this man says, I will bring you the throne. How's he going to bring it? He didn't even move. He just said, Ya Allah, bring the throne. Because he has dua mustajab. He knows the secret name of Allah. And there it is. Okay, so what happens in the throne? And the throne looks something like this. Except it's more beautiful, but this is actually a throne. In our tradition, we call this a throne. And the kursi, this is not a kursi. We call it today kursi. It's a throne. And the kursi is the footstool under it, which you don't have here. Okay, that's the kursi. But this throne exists from one moment to another by virtue of the sheer will and power of God. He creates it and recreates it and recreates it. And this is done so perfectly and so seamlessly that you can't see the gaps, right? Okay, so what happens in that case is that Allah does not recreate the throne in the next moment in Saba, in Sheba, but He recreates it in Jerusalem. And our scholars say that there was no transportation of the throne because it was instantaneous, and it's just that the throne was recreated, not in its customary place in Saba, but it was recreated in Jerusalem. And those are the kind of signs in the Quran that enabled our theologians to understand the atomistic nature of reality. There are many. Our scholars are very profound. They read the whole of the Quran. They live it. Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah be pleased with him. Do you know anybody like Abu Hanifa? Can you show me anything like Abu Hanifa? Imam al-Shafi'i said of Abu Hanifa, al-fiqhu iyalun ala Abi Hanifa, that all fiqh is a dependent child of Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa is beautiful beyond words. He's a master of the law. I'm a Maliki. I love Imam Malik also. But the Maliki school relies on the Hanafi school for many things, especially the questions, the hypothetical questions. They were all brought to Medina without answers. They had Hanafi answers, and then the Medinese said, well, we'd like to have the questions, but not the answers, thank you. And we will get our answers to the same questions. Imam Abu Hanifa was amazing. And once when he was a young man, he was very beautiful. He's a Persian, a noble Persian, very handsome. And one day he's walking in the market, and two salihin, two upright men, they see him and they say, that's Abu Hanifa, that's Abu Hanifa. He prays all night. He doesn't sleep at night. And Abu Hanifa heard it. So what does Abu Hanifa say? Astaghfirullah. No, because whenever you're praised by upright people, it is the tongue of the salih that is speaking by the will of God. That's why if a saint or a sheikh tells you something good about yourself, say, no, I'm not like that. No, just be thankful, because you are. You are. So Abu Hanifa then, from that night on, he never slept another night in his life. And he would pray all night long. And they would do khatam of the Quran every night. We had scholars who would do 3 khatams in a night. Can you do that? Can you do that? And this is what we call tight, folding up of time and place. Folding up of time and place. Because time is not the same for them. Okay? Abu Hanifa was amazing. He was beautiful. Okay, but these are people who reflect on the Sharia and on the Aqidah from a total recitation of the Quran every night. And look at the Hadith, and they sort the Hadith out. Have a good opinion of them. Our tradition is an amazing tradition. Okay, will and power. Will and power. And then we have hearing and seeing, and these are another pair. And what do? They have the function of revealing reality to God as it exists in every present moment. Do you have that? So you have existence. Existence is the big secret. The present moment. Existence, the big secret. You will never understand the reality of existence, not in this world and not in the next world. Existence is the infinite sea, and is always rooted in what? The present moment. May Allah enable us to live in the present moment, not to live in the past, the horrors of the past or the beauties of the past, or to live in an illusory future, but to live in the present moment, preparing for the future, okay, doing what we're supposed to do. Okay, but in every present moment, Allah hears and sees everything that exists. Okay, and so that relates to what? The possible that has been willed to be, and the necessary. So God hears and sees himself. That is the greatest of all things, that he hears and sees. In all of his infinity, his absolute being, his knowledge, his will, his power. Okay, and God then sees everything else that exists in the realm of possible being, from the throne to the angels, to the jinn, to human beings, to the earth, to every atom that is in everything that is created, and every wave of energy. He sees it all. And he sees exactly what he hears. They are 2 different attributes that manifest this reality in different ways. But everything God sees, he hears. So he sees sound. He sees tastes. He sees ideas. He sees intentions. He sees fragrances and smells. He sees touches and surfaces. Everything that exists. You see the table, but do you see inside the table? Do you see under the table? Do you see beneath the table? You see the carpet. Do you see inside the carpet? Do you see the ground? Do you see inside the ground? Do you see inside the earth? Allah sees that all. And he hears everything he sees. He hears the column. He hears the color. He hears the shape. Okay, so hearing and seeing are different attributes, and they pertain to the realm of existence at any given moment. And they are a total revelation of that which is. These are great things. Okay, so we believe that if you know these 13 attributes, you've got a strong foundation. Everything is there that you need to grow. Not to know Allah in his essence. You'll never know that. But you will grow and grow and grow. And now your wudu will be perfect. Your salat will be perfect. your fasting will be perfect, your dhikr will be perfect, and it will grow and grow and grow.